Good morning. I am here. Just gotta find us. There we are. I am here and you are there and we are here and we are all together. Cuckoo, cuckoo. I know those aren't the right words, but just felt like singing. All right, the link has been given to the link peeps. I used to say link ladies, but I think we have link men, link gentlemen. And then let's get the link out to the Creative Hand Lettering group. So today is May 8th, and the prompts are fennel and foxglove. Fennel and foxglove. I know about foxglove. I looked up fennel. I don't think I want to draw the vegetable part of the fennel, but it does have a pretty flower that looks like Queen Anne's lace, kind of. Anyway, good morning. Good morning. Let's just get this showboat on the road, showboat on the lake. Shameless plug time. Time to plug the website, creatorofcuteness.com. That's where all the magic happens. I haven't updated it for a while, so maybe I should do that. I just hate working on computer stuff. Sorry, that was a big yawn. Hi, Jan Marie. Let's talk about book club. It's the sixth session of the book club. We are hosting it on May and June and July and August. You get 4 months for the book club always. And in those 4 months, each month we review a new book. Each month we play in the No Excuses art journaling book. And each month we make a project or learn a new technique from the books. So this month, our book of choice is this amazing artist. I don't know if you've ever heard of her. Her name is Lindsay Ostrom, right here, creator of Cuteness. It's called the Doodly Doo book, and it's really good. And it's available for sale on my website if you want to buy one, or 2 or 6 maybe for everybody on your list of who you need a gift for. Buy them all. I think I have 6. So anyway, it's this book, but that's not all. It's also this Doodling for Paper Crafters book, and it's also the Doodle Formula book. So we're using 3 doodling books this month instead of just 1. So it's totally, totally different. And then we've already played for the month of May in the No Excuses art journaling book, but we do this every month, at least this year, because this book is set up by months. So we're taking each month at a time, which is kind of fun. So that is the book club, and it's $30, which makes it $7.50 per month. So then we're doing Journal Play Day, secondary class. Both of these are monthly classes. These are all the classes that I'm offering this year. Well, at least through the month of May, because it's been wedding season and my daughter's getting married on the 24th. So I might start offering some other classes after that, but I've had to be there for her. We've had 2 celebrations of life this month, so I've had a lot to do with those. Yeah, it's been a month. It's been a month and it's only the 8th. So the way that Journal Play Day works is we are in the 17th quarter. We get 4 quarters in a year, and each quarter has 3 months. So this 17th quarter has April, May, and June. We make a new art journal each month. You get 1 to 3 new art pages from me each month, and we learn a new tip or trick each month. So for the month of June, because we have already done the month of May, but you can always purchase Journal Play Day and then you get all the artwork for the month of May. Let's see, my book is right here so I could show you really fast. This is the book that we did. This was the tip or trick that we learned, was how to make these wire flowers. They were very fun. but it's a flip flap book. And it is my Swedish death journal book, which I will not get into today. I talked about it a bunch in Journal Play Day. But anyway, it's a fun book. Well, it's fun for me. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but it's fun. So for June, we're doing these kind of cool jewel tony rainbow colors. And we're getting this butterfly page, which is a circular page. We're getting this butterfly collage element page with some moths and dragonflies, then a dragonfly, June bugs, bumblebees, and snug as a bug. And then you're getting this background page, and you're getting this background page, and you're getting this background page, and that's it for background pages so far. I really want to do one more, but I have not because it's been taxes and celebrations of life and weddings and so much. So then today our prompt is foxgloves and fennel. And I was so inspired by foxgloves. Buenos dias, Silvia. ¿Cómo está usted? Anyway, uh, I was really inspired by foxgloves and I just wanted to do some this morning. So I did some foxgloves. I love how fun they are to paint and draw. So we're going to do those and possibly fennel as well, but I don't know. I haven't decided, but I did this in this book, which I haven't played in at all since I had my, we did our painting in the park and I did my creator of cuteness, just say no to AI art. Girl, just say no to AI art. And I think you've seen everything else in this book, so we're not going to go back through it right now. But we are going to do this. What does this say? Jan Marie, did you get brave? What does this say? Hold on. Did you get brave and make your sourdough? Oh, good girl. Making sourdough. So here's where we are today. We are F for foxglove and fennel. And our letter of the day is F, like in Frank and foxglove and fennel. Here's where we are so far. A for Agapanthus amaryllis. B for bluebonnets. C for California poppies. D for daffodils, dahlia, and daisies. And then yesterday was E for echinacea and everlasting flowers. That was a fun one. So today we're going to do foxglove and fennel. And I don't know why, but I kind of wanted to use this bluish color. Come on out. Or maybe green. Haven't decided. I'm either going to use this piece of paper or maybe I'm thinking green. I think green. I think we just decided green. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Not sure what side I want to do, but let's pencil out our foxglove. Let's do one here. And I want that kind of tall. And I love the little tops that are kind of like blue bonnets that just have. Is my phone going down farther? That's as far as it can go down. And then I love that the petals are kind of like this. They're kind of like cone shapes. Remember bugles? Remember the bugle chips? They were kind of, I think they were called bugles, right? And they can have a lot on one vine or just a few. Or not a vine, a stalk. Stalk? So we'll do a few on this one. My morning is going good, Carol. How's your morning going? So we're just going to do this. Then we'll do another one, maybe over here. Oh, that's going right through that leaf, though. Not the best of plans. Not the best of plans. So let's go here. Okay. I love foxgloves as well. Good morning, Rhonda. The other one I really liked was this one that had the little caps and then a bud. I'm pretty excited because today or last night I posted on Facebook that I was looking for a mosaic artist and I found one. I'm super excited. He sounds perfect. He's from Grass Valley and he sounds like he knows exactly what I'm talking about, which is the coolest part. So I'm looking for a mosaic, a small one to go behind my, okay, these are the same thing like a bugle, but they have a fluted bottom. Anyway, I'm doing a small backsplash behind my, well, let's put it this way. I was going to do a small backsplash behind my stove, and then the artist that I found who was in Israel is not taking orders at the moment. I mean, how could she with all that's going on in Israel? But so I gave up, and then I thought, well, I'm going to try one more and just see if there's anybody on Facebook who does this. And this guy is a bass player and a mosaic artist. So I'm like, that's going to work out really well. And Bugsy is good. Thank you for asking. Okay, and then fennel is like this. A fennel flower, I guess I should say. And they have little asterisks here. Kind of asterisks for the, in my stylized look of fennel. They look like that. But then they have kind of ferny looking things off of them. Anyway, my mosaic artist is so excited to do the work. And I told him I was an artist also because he wanted to know my budget. And I'm like, I don't even know how to tell you what my budget is. I'm like, you need to get paid what you need to get paid, and then I'll tell you if I can afford it. So we're working it out. I think it's going to be a good match. Okay. So I did like yesterday's card where we had a quote over here. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. But what I have to do is go through and take out these center lines because the watercolor shows through and we don't want to see the center of the foxglove lines. That one's got to go away. Did she go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Pooped or peed?
Yeah. Poop.
Nice. Maybe I'll do one more of these up here, I think. One more fennel type flower. I don't need to put the asterisks in because I know where those go. The puppy is doing really good with Brent now. Let me tell you. So the day that she nipped and bit at him, I pretty much ignored her all day. And then one of you guys, I wish I could tell you who it was, told me to put one of Brent's t-shirts in her bed. And it's been 2 nights since I've done that. And honest to God, she's like a different dog. She's just cuddling him and loving him. And I don't know if it was the t-shirt thing or the tough love from me, because I hardly spoke to her all day long after that. I really ignored her. I mean, I took her out to go to the bathroom and I fed her and I did everything, but I didn't cuddle with her or whatever. I don't know. And then my friend Linda Goling, who's here, Galling, I said Goling. It's not Goling, it's Galling. She used to train dachshunds for show dogs, and she worked with Cesar Milan. So we've been watching a lot of his videos and trying to teach her who the pack leader is. Oh, Corey says that was me. Thank you, Corey. That was fabulous. I appreciate it immensely. Anyway, we've been trying to teach her who the pack leader is because that's what he teaches. Cesar Milan teaches pack leader stuff. Like you want to show the dog who the big dog is, who the big dog on the porch is. So we still have a behavioralist meeting on the 12th, so we'll see what the behavioralist tells us, but I think we're on the right track. The scarier part for me is people that she's not with all the time, like Atticus. How do we introduce her to Atticus and not have her be jealous of Atticus? I don't know. It'll just take time. She'll be okay. But will we? Just kidding. We will be okay as well. Oh, there goes my paper cutter. Sorry, that was loud. Hi, Cynthia. Corey, I didn't know you were a dog person as well as a cat person, but that's good to know. I'm just kind of letting it bleed if it wants to bleed. I just dried it a little bit. Not totally. Anybody have a good quote for foxgloves and fennel? I might just write foxgloves and fennel, because I do like both of those words together. Carol says, I keep losing you. Oh no. Puppy is doing better. Yeah, like this morning she was laying on his chest and my chest and kissing us desperately. And I keep telling her, personal space. Personal space. She loves to get right in your face. Okay. We're going to do a purpley one, I think. I can get it kind of purpley. Oh, I got pink in that purple. Did not mean to. Just wanted it kind of a lighter purple. There we go. And yes, I am using my lid of my paint thing for a palette, which probably isn't the best idea, but I love how the buds look when they're buds on a foxglove. Really love them. But I don't have a whole lot of buds on this one, so that's good. Let's try this. I know you love doggies, Corey. I just didn't know you were a doggy person. I knew you were a cat person. I'm going to soak up some of this paint here. Anywho, Corey says foxgloves are my favorite. My grandmother always had them in her garden. I have a hard time with hollyhocks and foxgloves. I kind of used to think they were the same, but this morning I looked up a hollyhock versus a foxglove, and the hollyhocks have much more of a rounded type of flower. So I think I figured out the difference. Where's the stem on this one? Oh, there it is. Hollyhocks are much more kind of laying down, like hanging down. Putting the stem in a little bit. We took the dog out to dinner last night to a place where you can sit outside with your dogs, you know. They're always breweries. Anyway, she did really good. And I met this girl there who I wish I had gotten her phone number from, but it was, I don't know, I felt kind of weird asking her for her phone number, but she walked up to me and she said, asked if she could pet the dog. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes she's a little standoffish, but go ahead and try. And she did. And the dog liked her. And then I go, she doesn't like everybody. And the girl goes, oh, well, I'm a pet sitter or a dog sitter. And I should have talked to her, but I did not. I should have grabbed her phone number. I just felt a little weird asking it for it. Too late now. She's gone. Okay. Getting there. Terry says cottage garden flowers. I don't know what those are. Foxgloves are poisonous to most animals, Linda says. Oh, I'll never grow them. They won't grow where I live. Only down by the beach, probably where you live, I would think. They need to have English kind of garden weather, right? That'd be my guess. Okay, well, there's my foxgloves. Bye. Have fun. Work hard.
Yep.
Brent's going to his first cardio rehab appointment this morning. They're going to work his ass off. There we go. That is pretty, except I didn't go in where the pencil lines were. So now you can see my pencil lines. I'm going to try to cover that up a bit with a little darkerness, darker greenness. That one goes right through the, whatchamacallit, the other bud one. This is a fun one to paint. I really like it. Yeah, he gets to go, Denise, he gets to go to cardio rehab 3 times a week, starting today. I don't know for how long. Until they tell him not to come anymore. That's how long. Okay. You can do this one a little darker. Bye.
Bye. I'll keep in touch when I'm done.
All right. Oops, I just smeared that leaf. Stop that. And then I really like these little ferny things that come off of the, I have a picture here. I can't make it bigger though. Looks like it's yellow on the outside. I don't know. Looks like there's little yellow buds on the outside of these fern leaves things. Not quite sure. And these look like they have little furry things on the outside of them too. So I'll add some little leafy stroke things. They kind of look like, I don't know, looks like Queen Anne's lace to me. But it's fennel. I promise you. That's pretty. Jennifer says cardio rehab was so helpful to my dad after his heart attack. Well, we are hoping for the best because he went to the doctor yesterday and he was pretty bummed. I don't know what other word to use besides bummed because the doctor told him that his heart is only back to about 15%, which is better than it was because it was at 5% of what it should be. But they think that with cardio rehab, it will help it get back to where it, maybe not exactly where it was to begin with, but back to closer to where it should be. But he's been kind of bumming lately, so I hope that I don't think he sees a doctor with cardio rehab. I think it's just a physical therapist person. But I hope they can answer some of his questions. You know, he has a lot of questions. One of our questions was, and if you're a nurse or you've been ill or around somebody who's ill, you'll know the answer to this. But we asked, he's he used to be the hottest person I knew. I mean, not in looks. That's obvious that he's hot. I mean, in bed, like we'd be laying there and I'd have to throw the covers off because he's so hot all the time. His body temperature is hot. Well, now his body temperature is cold and he's using me to try to get warm, and I am not the warmest person. I am always cold, but not like cold to the touch, just my body is cold. His body is cold to the touch. So the doctor, we asked about that yesterday, and they said, that's because your heart isn't working at where it should be working. So at least we know the answer to that one. We're learning so much. Okay, so then we have these yellow blips at the top, but I'm going to use this greenish yellow color and then add some yellow into it. And then we'll go back and put our asterisks in there. Got some yellow. So now it looks kind of like yarrow a little bit, but it's fennel, I promise you. Okay, so who has found me a quote yet? Has anybody found me a quote yet? Because we're almost to that point. Cheryl says circulation. Yep. Anne says, that looks pretty. Love the colors. Hey, thanks. It's got to get Lindsay-fied. Because the other one, let me show you back to this one. It's a whole different animal. Hold on. When you do it small versus doing it large, see the difference? I mean, it's totally a different look doing it large and doing it small. Small's much harder. I will say that. And I want to go with, I have this really cool metallic-y green color. And I'm going to use a skinny, bigger brush. Hopefully. Sometimes with metallics, you got to get them really wet and let them kind of saturate. It's not showing up a whole lot. But that's okay. Doesn't have to totally show up. Oh, but I want to erase, if I can, this spot right here. Just a couple of tiny pencil lines that are bugging me. The rest of them can stay. So anyhow, I'm so excited about my mosaic in my kitchen. I can hardly stand it because I found this girl from Israel last year on Etsy, and for the size I wanted her to do a mosaic for my kitchen, it would have been $67. And I should have ordered it, you know, but I just wasn't sure. And I thought, well, when we're closer and my husband actually says that we're really going to redo the kitchen, um, then I'll do it then. And then when I messaged her, she's like, yeah, my shop's closed right now. I just can't do it. And I'm like, dang nabbits, I messed up. Then I found this guy who's close to me and he'll do what I draw. So it's going to look like my, I mean, it won't really look like mine because it'll be a mosaic, but I'm going to draw 3 lupin, aka bluebonnets, and I'm going to draw a couple of California poppies, my moon. So I'm hopefully going to be able to ask him to design a circular moon shape that we can, or give me a size, whatever, and then I'll go to a place and paint a moon, you know, like a tile place. I think my friend Stacy has a kiln. Anyway, um, so it'll be like a scene with a moon and a sky and mountains and stuff like I draw all the time. And my backsplash area behind my stove, it's only 12 inches high by 25 inches wide, so it's not really big. So he doesn't think it'll cost very much, and he's an artist, and I love artists. And he said, I really want to do this. I'll make it work. And I'm like, all right. Because he asked me what my budget was, and I'm like, I don't have any idea what a budget is. I know what I have to spend on the kitchen, but not on a piece of tile work. Anyway, I think it's going to be super de-duper cool. And I always wanted to cut a hole in my kitchen so that the kitchen went through to the living room so that we had like a great room. Well, that's not going to happen. It's a bearing wall, and to be able to do it would be like stupid and hard and expensive. And so I was talked out of that by my husband and the engineer guy. So at least I'm going to get my mosaic. If I can't have an opening in my wall, at least I can have a cool focal point, because the rest of it's just going to be white. Not very exciting. Just plain white tiles, I mean. Probably subway tiles, because that's what the mosaic guy said works best with his stuff. I'm not a subway tile fan, but I don't really care. Okay, so we're not going to put a total green background like we did yesterday. I don't even know if you can see that. Can you see the green? Hopefully. It's metallic-y. Yes, Denise, I will have my own work in tile. I have my own artwork on my body. I have about 10 tattoos. Here, I'll show you what's next. So I've had these little discs on my hands or arms since both of my parents passed away. This one says "Do It Cute," and this one says "Yes, ma'am," for my mom and my dad. And I'm getting those tattooed on my arms as well. Ellen says, "Have you ever done a mosaic stepping stone?" No, I would love to. Fun but expensive. It was a small stepping stone for the garden. Stacy says, "Yes, I have a glass kiln and enamels to paint on. I have done tiles for a backsplash. I just want to come and do a moon about that big. You know, just a round circle. But how do I get the round circle? Maybe he has it and then I could paint it. Or maybe I'll just use a white tile. It doesn't have to be like the moons that I draw. Come on, dry right there. Dry, you last little spot. Dry. Subway tiles are a classic, beautiful, and timeless. Thank you, Karen Denver. So should we use this side? I think so, because we have to do an F on the other side. Stacy says, "Yep, we can do that. We can cut a circle out of glass." Oh, glass. And then I could give it to him and he could put it up in the... Oh man, I love that idea. A glass moon. Oh man. I've done enamel on copper before because my mom had an enamel on copper kiln. And when I was in college, I took a jewelry class and we did enamel on copper because, you know, it was the 70s, which was close to the 60s, which is like hippie jewelry time. Anyway, and it was a piece for my guitar. It was the underpick under the sound hole. I still have that guitar, but it broke in half. My husband has always told me he would fix it. And I'm like, well, I don't play guitar anymore, so I don't really care if you fix it or not now. But he's a procrastinator, so that was 30 years ago. Man, that's pretty with the green polka dotted background, isn't it? Okay, did anybody find a quote? Let's see if I can find one. Oh, there's those damn roosters. Fox, not flocks, foxglove quote. Let's see if we can find a foxglove quote. "The foxglove with its stately bells of purple shall adorn the dells." No? Martin Luther King quote on a fox. No, that's not a foxglove quote. I need something. Oh, man, I love this quote. "The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one." That is beautioso, isn't it? Man, how did I find that? Okay, let's just make it a little smaller. Okay. I think this is all dry. I'm not even going to pencil it because I wanted to finish by doing the detail on the foxgloves. We'll just start up here. Move the camera back and tilt it a little. So hopefully you can see me writing. That is a beautiful quote. Gotta make it a little bigger. The moment you start, I want it really petite because my flowers are pretty petite. I don't want anything very big. And it's going to be crooked because, oh no, actually, that's not too crooked. Oh, Chris, I love You Belong Among the Wildflowers, but I use that all the time. The moment you start acting, and I also love that it's unknown by an unknown person, age. Acting like life. Doing my writing really little on this one, except for the word life. Life is a blessing. Blessing. Sometimes my pen is not writing well. I just wrote a thank you card to Jennifer and the Admiral, her husband, Admiral Halsey. And my pens just kept messing up. And he is a pen and ink fanatic. And I wanted it to look really good. And it looked like crap, but oh well. I wrote it anyway. The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one, comma. It starts I love that S right there. Both of those S's are good. Uh-oh, I ran into a flower. Now what? Just leave it hiding behind the flower. I don't even need to write unknown because it's by an unknown author. Love it. Love, 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 and love. Okay, so let's do a little bit of detail work over here. I want a skinny pen, not a 12, not a 3. Yeah, 005. The skinniest micron you can get, 005. And we're going to put some detail in here and then grab a white. So pretty. Going to add detail into all of these. So it looks like they have a little center. I have to go to the dentist today. I don't like going to the dentist. I have not minded going to the dentist in the past, but today I'm not looking forward to it because I have a very bad tooth in the back of my mouth and I think she's going to tell me it's got to come out. And I wouldn't even care if it comes out, but I don't want an implant. I don't want to deal with that. I just take it out. I don't need it. I'll chew baby foods for the rest of my life. You know, I just don't want an implant. The yarrow looking stuff, the fennel is so pretty. Oh, wait. Need that again. For these guys right here. You can barely see the black, and that's so perfect. And I think we'll do color in the lettering. And then we got to go to the back side and do our F. F is for foxglove. And F is for fennel. Anyway, it's pretty full. Put some white up here. I wonder if at this point in my life, if I took a real watercolor class, they would try to undo all the stuff that I've done, like teach me the right way. And I don't want to do the right way. I want to do the way I've done it because I like it. It definitely is my own thing. All right, let's add some color to the lettering. Lindsay, foxglove have these beautiful little dots going down the throat of their flowers. Well, I don't know if I did that or not, but thank you, Pamela. Did anybody watch the Met Gala besides me? Did anybody see Pamela Anderson? Because I did not recognize her at all. I thought I was looking at Mia Farrow, and then I realized that Mia Farrow's very old now, so that wasn't Mia Farrow. But she certainly didn't look like the Baywatch Pamela Anderson that we are all familiar with. Man, I mean, she's still pretty, but not the same looking. Not the same at all. Thank you, Pat. I'm sorry that my camera keeps the lower I put it on the tripod, the more it jumps, apparently. I think that's it, kids. No, maybe some dots, and then we'll do the backside. Chris, you are a great watercolor artist. Chris says, I do watercolors 24/7, never had a class ever. I'm self-taught. If your work is good for you, it's good. Oh. Chris, yours is beautiful. So, thank you. What time do roosters stop crowing? I've decided that I don't mind the roosters crowing. It was the yelping of the dogs that really wasn't dogs, it was chickens, and we think they're eating them now. We don't hear them at all anymore. So we think they've been eaten. I don't know. That was the weirdest sounds. Okay, I think that's it. Let's do our F on the back side. Can you do watercolor on this? What if I rub it enough to get the sheen off of it? Did Pam have a breast reduction? She did not look recognizable. I think so, Denise. Not that I care if Pamela Anderson had a breast reduction or not, but she did not look like herself at all. And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. No, that did not work. Bummer. It's a good start, though. This scrapbook paper has a coating on it, obviously. Obviously. But we'll leave it because I think that's kind of fun, even though it's beating up a lot. My picture's shaking as well. I'm so sorry. It's this tripod thing. The way I have my phone, and I'll try to make it stop. It's kind of a pretty F, right? It's not bad. Penny says she's doing all natural, no makeup, no surgery, no nothing, just being human. It's the haircut that was bothering me. It just, she looked like Mia Farrow. I mean, it wasn't bothering me. I just thought it was Mia Farrow. We're just going to try some different stuff back here. Ooh, these work well. They're Caron pens, Caron markers, or Caron. That's cool. I don't know about these. Doesn't really match the front, but it's kind of fun. Do they smear? Well, they do kind of smear. Not like oil pastels, though, because I can move oil pastels around with my finger. I know they're movable with water. So let's try that. That worked pretty well. Yes, well, no, Nicole Kidman did not cut off all her hair, Jennifer, because I heard her stylist, because I watched it on YouTube on the Vogue channel for hours, because this is how dumb I am. I was watching on the Vogue channel until 6 p.m. And then I'm like, well, what time does the gala start? I kept flipping around looking for it. And then I realized, hello, Lindsay, you are not the sharpest tool in the shed because you cannot watch the gala. The gala itself is not televised. They even take phones away from the peoples. What are they called? celebs. Yeah. I'm not real excited about this F, but it's fun. It's fun to play with. And it was fun to try. And the Karen pens are fun here. Those are also water soluble, so if I didn't like my dots, I could smear those around with water. I think we'll just go straight through it. Let's make sure that's not, no. I was worried that it was going through to the other side. It kind of looks like a fern, and F could also be for fern, right? We're just going to leave it like that. We're going to do another one here. Okay, I kind of like it. A little white. And we'll add in our words. I'm so sorry, you guys, that the camera is shaking. I'm going to go back downstairs pretty soon because it's almost warm enough to go into the dungeon area. Now I really like it. The white totally changed the whole letter. Ooh, and the white totally changed the leaves of the fern too. Very cool. Try this one. Very fun with the white. Very fun. Couple more little tidbits here. Green Sparkle Pop. Sparkle Pop did not like that crayon, but it's okay. I think we're almost done, but I am going to put a line in here because I kind of lost the letter itself with this white. Okay, now I like it. Can you see that green in there? Kind of. A little bit. It's not always easy doing it a pattern on a pattern. Let's take this big Posca and put some big white dots because there's already little white dots. Don't need any more of those. Kind of pretty. I think we'll leave it. Whoa, everything's falling. Foxglove. Fennel. And we're adding a fern in because there's a fern back here. And a heart because can't be a Lindsay thing without a heart. That F came out really pretty, right? So now let's look. It doesn't really coordinate with the front, but it's okay. It's standing on its own. And there's our front. The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. That is really pretty. That green background is really metallic-y, kind of crazy washy green. Wishy-washy crazy green. All right, I got to get ready to go to the dentist. I'll take a picture of this and share it with you guys. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is G, and G is for geranium. Did I spell that right? I think I did. Anyway, that's tomorrow. G. All right, have a really good day, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll take pictures of this and call it a day. All right, have a good one. Love you guys. Bye.